Let's talk about AI in education more globally now, outside of just the writing classroom. I endeavor to be an optimist when it comes to AI in education, but I do hear the chorus of voices of my fellow educators who are fearful that AI and the rise of it is just basically just giving all of their students access to a plagiarism machine that is inhibiting real learning. I can tell you in my college department that I teach at, they have basically just like done a full reversal on AI. In our classes now, the department has said no more out of class assignments. Everything's done in class. No out of class homework, no out of class quizzes. We are doing everything in class on pen and paper until further notice. And that's what we're going to do until we figure out this whole AI thing. Are you sympathetic to the views of these educators?
Yeah, especially if they don't have experience with the tools. We spend a lot of time training and practicing and modeling those. But, there's maybe a place for that. A lot of oral exams are coming back, and a lot of exams that maybe would have been like a multiple choice in the past might be more of an oral or written text. But yes, people are a little afraid. It, it, it could go a couple of different ways. If you use it to think for you, which is what you said, a plagiarism machine. And, students have always done that. That's what they used Google for. That's what they used to use, a text for that they just grab. So if they do that, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good for them because I'm sure you've read some of the research that's been coming out just a little bit because it hasn't been around that long. But using it in that way is lowering everything. I mean, I don't want to get in, specifics across the board, but it's kind of making us put it not as smart. That would
Yeah.
be a general way to put it. And then I've actually seen a couple things lately where they've gone back and actually looked at Google because nobody had really looked at it this way. And when they start looking at that, they're seeing some of the same things happen with that. So let's say you have a question. If your first instinct is to go to Google or go to a model, like instantly, you are not wrestling with anything. You're not using your brain in any way. You're just literally doing the machine's work of putting the text there. But if you hear the question and you think about it, even if it's just for a few seconds, give yourself a chance to know. Then it can help. And then we go into all of the future stages, like we said, of actually chasing an argument and wrestling with an argument or an idea. But it really has to kind of be that way. And people want to do the easy thing. So we've got to, create ways and embed, stages that make it's not going to be as easy all the time, but make it kind of painless for the student. But you're going to always have the students that do that. I have seen some that are more readily not doing that by using some of the modeling techniques that we've done in class as far as almost a sounding board, because you couldn't really do that with a search engine.
Yeah.
But this can kind of do that. But yeah, it could go that way, but it's an amazing future if we start using it the other way. What worries me is, the younger ages, because their brain is still developing. So if their first instincts are to always go outside, I don't think any of us know where that's going to go. So we really need to focus on that level up as well, especially with us pushing AI down to, pretty much every grade now.